Alright, this is the file overview for the modular slingbow crossbow family of devices. These files are available under CC by NC license. If you want to know what that means, just read the license file or follow this link right here. And before you start doing anything, one thing you want to be aware of is go into your slicer and set your extrusion multiplier correctly. That some of these files are printed with a lot of parameters, and what that means is that if this isn't right, you can over extrude and it can cause any number of disasters as you're printing them. So again, you want to be very sure that you set this extrusion multiplier right. If you want to know how to do that, there's any number of videos on how to do that. If you don't want to do anything else here, start with a value of 0.9 and move up from there. But you really don't want to over extrude because, again, it can cause any number of disasters as you're printing. And here is an example of some of the devices that can be built from these files. This is a modular system, so you'll see a lot of pieces reused despite the size of the device. You can get devices up to basically any length by combining these bottom understructure pieces. Though you might need to generate some additional pieces themselves. That there's only files here for devices up to about 40 inches. Okay, now as for the individual directories, you have ARM, which are these plastic recurve arms that are used on both the crossbows and the slingbows. And next we have extension, which is basically this undersection right here that mounts directly under the rail. And in many cases the foregrip goes into that. Foregrip, which is these pieces right here that you can use as handholds, and again tie the top structure to the bottom structure. And front, which is this piece right here that basically mounts the arms and mounts them to the rail and the rest of the body. Grip, which is this rear section right here that encloses the trigger system. And the lock nut, which is this device right here, similar to a medieval Dark Ages crossbow, only everything is reversed, so that it keeps the string very close to the rail. And pin is all these different mounting pins that you see at these points to tie the whole system together. Projectile is any number of 3D printed projectiles that you can print and use. Rail is this right here that encloses and encases the projectile as it is fired. You can see it also right here with the projectile seated in the rail. And stock is this end piece right here that helps protect against recoil and keeps it stable as it is in use. Tool is any number of loading tools that you can use to safely load the device. Trigger is the trigger system, which fits into the lock nut and stops it from spinning until it is pulled back. And understructure is basically this whole underside right here that keeps it stable and that keeps it from deforming as it is loaded and as it is under pressure.